Guys, we have a great Between the Pawn in store, but before we get into it, I want to thank the episode sponsor for the month, Local Coin Company. You guys go follow Local Coin Company, also Bullion Daddy, one of my great friends and resources here in the community. They own a great store, well, Ian and his business partners. They're on social media. They're also on Whatnot. Be sure you check out their Whatnot auctions. Check out mine as well. If you use either of our referral codes, you get $15 to spend on anyone's auction, mine's or Local Coin Company's or anyone on the website. And we get $25 for referring you. There is a link in the video description below. Go follow Local Coin Company on social media. Do some business with them. Visit their website. Or if you're in the Oregon area, check out their store. Here's their address. And with that, you guys, let's get into another great episode.
Really quick, I sold 2 Jose Trujillo paintings last night at my Whatnot auction. I wasn't going to be honest. I don't really like this one. I just bought it because I'm trying to get 50 of his paintings, and I have over 50 now, so I thought, you know what, let's sell one. I think I paid 40 or 50 on this one. I got 110, and then this one, if you've seen the interview, and if you haven't, check it out. Jose said, I do paintings sometimes, you know, do a series, and I'll do something that's totally unlike the whole series. That's what you want to get. Dead whale. Nobody bid on it. I paid $18. Sold for 110 last night on my auction. And whoever bought this, I think, has a very good buy. I almost didn't want to sell this one. He didn't do shit like this. And for that reason, that makes this, in my eyes, a collector piece. You know, it's what you want to get with this stuff. But price was right. I said, I'm going to start the bidding at 75. If anyone's interested, cool. If not, I'll just keep it. And right away, I had a couple bids. So got 110 on this piece and 100, 110, something like that on this piece. These two together, I got about 60 bucks into both of them. And I grossed over 200. So doing well in the art so far. Honestly, that went so well. I might sell one of his paintings per auction. I might just start buying, like just keep buying them so that I can have one to resell. Check out my auctions if you want to get some Jose Trujillo art, or go to eBay where he sells some. What can I do for you?
Interested in buying any 100-ounce silver bars?
Sure, how many you got?
I got 18.
You have 18, all right.
That's why I'm
You're in
wondering.
business. They're all, what kind of bars are they?
All Canadian maple.
What were you hoping for a bar?
Well, I like to get around 26.
Let me just test a few of these and we will get you paid and on your way. Okay, these are all good. Here you go.
All right.
I'm gonna show you something amazing. First, man invented fire, and then the wheel, and then this. I didn't think of this. My fucking jewelry person, who's not a, shall we say, partier, thought of this and like, holy shit, this is brilliant. Cooking with gas. Watch this. And we get like water delivered here. I was placing a delivery order like 3 months ago, and they're like, do you want to try some Water Joe? I'm like, what the fuck is Water Joe? It's caffeinated water. All right, fuck it, give us a case. Oh, it's great. It's fantastic. It's like all we're drinking here now. Holy shit. I drank so much of this on last Friday. I actually had a dangerous amount of caffeine. Those of you that saw my live, my blood pressure was probably like through the roof. Like my ears were fucking like beet red and I like felt terrible. So I'm like, you know, I think I'm gonna switch it up and have an espresso. She's like, majority person goes, oh, well, did you make it with the Water Joe? I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, you make the espresso with the caffeinated water. Whoa. Oh, woman, you are a genius. So that's what we're doing now is making espresso with caffeinated water. Cooking with gas.
Don't you want some Water Joe? How about some AIDS? Right up your ass. Don't you want some? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, oh boy. Third Reich, hooray.
Got an old letter or something here. Here is mine. Oh, I don't speak German. Whatever. Oh, God. Huh. So what did you learn at school today?
Here, look at that. Isn't that funny? By funny, I mean horrific. What else?
So these are just some medals.
Yeah, these aren't anything too fancy.
Yeah, and then this is just some Olympics from Japan.
Oh, Soviet.
Yeah, so those, I think, is where your value is going to come
What
from.
do we say? A great success, except in Ukraine. We shit the bed. Okay, this is actually not expensive. I thought this was going to be way more expensive. This is on here. I see at 25.
Okay.
Let me take a look and see the rest of the stuff here. Atlanta, 1996. There's a pipe bomb joke in here somewhere that I'm not, it's not detonating in my mind. And then, man, Okay, cool. Tokyo, 1964. This is cool. Look at these are original photos from the 1964 Tokyo Olympics. I don't know what these are worth. I think they're certainly not worthless. I bet people haven't even seen these before. These are probably original photos of the Olympics. Fuck the Olympics, even still. An original program. These are like original like souvenir packs from the games. Look at that, these photos are in color. But that's not the intrigue. I'm gonna put this up probably as one lot on eBay for $200, something like that. Here's why I did the deal. It's not because of this lovely photo of this young Nazi with a hit. Oh my God, this photo's funny in all the worst ways. When I glanced at this, no, this one I haven't looked up yet, but this one, I glanced at this and I kind of thought, like, looks like a reproduction. Okay, not only is this not a reproduction, this is the same thing. This guy wants 10 grand for this. Now, this is a lower serial number. Obviously, this one is way later in the series. This is probably like the first 10,000 issued. That's why this is so expensive, but here's one number 423,000, and this is number 182,000, 4,500 on this one. So I'm gonna put this up for $2,500 the next day. This Order of Lenin, this is one of the highest orders the Soviet Union gives out, period. Yuri Gagarin, who went into space, got one of these. Mikhail Kalashnikov, if I'm saying that right, the guy who invented the AK-47, also got one of these. Apparently this metal is made of gold and platinum, so it is precious metal. And this design has gone through several changes over the years, but this award was created in 1925. Originally they called it the Lenin Prize for Labor, and then they renamed it the Order of Lenin. But I have this on eBay for $3,000, and I got an offer this morning for $1,800. I turned it down. This was a massive, massive home run on this item. Now, I didn't know, and when the guy told me the price, when I was looking at all this stuff, the ballpark number I had in my head was $100 for everything. And yeah, when he said 7, I was like, 7? How? This is how. So if he comes back, I don't usually do this. When you walk out, that's it. But he is a follower of mine. I didn't knowingly underpay him like this. He said 7. I'll give him more if I sell it. Not much more, but like a little bit more, because I'm not gonna screw him. And I have a sneaking suspicion he's going to see this. So we'll see what happens with this. I also, quick update, I have an offer for $4,000 on the Colt revolver. I might take it. I don't know, it's the lowest I wanted, but fucking I paid $850. But okay, so the metal was a home run. The Tokyo Olympic shit is also, it's a pretty good lot of stuff. So these games, you guys, I hate the Olympics. I think it's evil, and it's literally a traveling circus of destruction. The host cities that have the Olympics, terrible, terrible, terrible things happen to these cities in the lead up and after the games. It's just like, it's literally a traveling circus of destruction and child trafficking and sex trafficking. Anyway, but these games, this is one of the most famous games of all time, and this is Japan reintroducing itself to the world after World War II. They were supposed to host the games in 1940. Obviously, that didn't happen because of World War II and what they were doing. These games also, it's largely why Tokyo has such a good infrastructure, because Tokyo just revamped like crazy to host these games. And to this day, Tokyo is one of the most, Tokyo's infrastructure is excellent, and it's largely because of these games. So the Olympics don't always hurt cities, just most of the time they do. But these are, I have an original program here. These are all original photos, and they're not very interesting. I don't think these photos have ever been seen before. Nothing too interesting is happening here, but definitely a nice piece of history. You got these original pamphlets, an original pen, these right here, these original patches. I have this whole lot on eBay for $350. I mean, I don't know, I'll take whatever on it. I just thought that was a fair price given the history here. These Olympics had 5,000 athletes participating from 93 countries. South Africa was banned from these Olympics, marking the first time the politics would prevent a nation from competing in the Olympics because of apartheid and their apartheid policies. And these Olympics are also seen as a catalyst for igniting Asian sports as a whole, like getting Asian cultures into Western sports and kind of linking up the whole world with sports like we all are now. Now, this is one of 2 Olympic packs that I bought. Let's talk about 96 as well. So I also bought these from the 1996 Atlanta games, and some interesting stuff that happened in the Atlanta games. I also bought this from the 84 games, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna include this in with a 84 coin set from the Olympics, because I see those quite a lot. But all right, let's talk about these games. So the 96 Olympic Games were held in Atlanta, Georgia from July 19th to August 4th. And in this games, 197 countries were participating with more than 10,000 athletes. So the games had gotten quite a bit bigger since 1964. Now, Atlanta beat out several other major cities to win the bid for this games, and they put a lot of money into infrastructure. Now, there were some athletic achievements at the games. I could give a flying fuck because I hate the Olympics and I don't really like sports, and who cares? The thing I care about, why I want to talk about this, is the pipe bomb that happened.
And I remember this really well as a kid. So on July 27th, 1996, a blast exploded in Centennial Park. 2 people died. More than 100 people were injured in the explosion. This was an area where people were gathering. So get a load of this. A security guard named Richard Jewell. He saw the backpack. He thought it was suspicious. He evacuated the area. He saved a lot of lives. This could have been a major terrorist attack. And the FBI, in their fucking infinite wisdom, thought he was a suspect and destroyed his reputation and went after him. Like, they thought he was like in on it. It's like, no, he's just like a good person who saved people. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Jewell's name was eventually cleared, but not after like permanently ruining his reputation. And he's a hero. The man is a hero and got trounced by the FBI. The perpetrator of the terrorist attack, Eric Robert Rudolph, was captured, but it wasn't until 2003. He was on the lam for years. He's currently serving multiple life sentences in federal prison. Good, fuck him. In short, these games are remembered for that terrorist attack, for what happened to poor Richard Jewell being a hero and just having his name destroyed for it. As far as the infrastructure goes, it actually did play a positive role in Atlanta. All the fucking good it did, because if you've driven in Atlanta, it's a nightmare. It's not as bad as LA, but it's bad. But overall, I mean, just, I hate the Olympics. However, you know, the stuff is collectible. I would say because of the tragedy of what happened with this terrorist attack, these games, if you're into collecting Olympic stuff, 96 is gonna be a games you'd wanna collect. So that increases the value of these a little bit. Yeah, I'm holding probably 30 bucks in my hand here for these pins. That's the Olympics, a traveling circus of destruction. I have talked about this already in a video. I absolutely hate the Olympics on so many levels. It is so corrupt. There's so much bad and evil that comes with it. Yeah, I'm on a soapbox at this point, but fuck the Olympics.
What's going on, you guys? We're Between the Pawn. I'm Evan, and this is my gold and silver business. Before we get into talking about the week, once again, I sincerely want to thank the episode sponsor, Local Coin Company. And they bought out sponsorship for the whole month. So thank you very much, Local Coin Company. You guys be sure you give them a follow. There's a link in the video description. They're a dealer just like me. They're based out of Oregon and all around great products, great prices. I'm not going to admit this easily. There's sometimes I can't compete with his prices. I look at his prices and it's like, dude, how? He's got excellent stuff. So check out Local Coin Company. Again, link in the video description. And with that, you guys, let's talk about my week. It's been, well, since I talked to you guys last. So my bad luck has gotten better, which is good. But boy, I've spent a lot of fucking money in the last, since I've seen you guys last. Like, oh, I guess part of it's on a credit card.
It's the American way.
I spent about $24,000 on various things not related to this business, just in life, so it's been expensive. First thing to talk about, the first thing I spent a lot of money on, so as you all know, I have not had a car since last summer. I can't drive a shitty car. I just can't do it. Call me an asshole, call me pretentious, whatever. So I've been doing the bike for, well, it's been a long winter. I've had a few accidents, and then last Wednesday, I was this close to getting hit by a car. The guy was looking at his phone, and he blared his horn at me even though I was on the crosswalk, and he flipped me off. So this made me so angry, and I'm just like, you know, I can afford to buy a car. So I bought a car. They're not an exotic car dealership, but they mainly deal in high-end German cars, and I really like the salesman. He's one of the owners too. Young guy like me, we're talking. Long story short, I'm gonna be selling cars for them. Not many, like 1 or 2 a month. I'm only gonna pick out really high-end special cars because, like, I don't want to be jamming like luxury SUVs down people's throats. That's annoying. What I do want to be selling are things like rare Porsches, and the first car that's gonna be up, a BMW Z4M Roadster, a 2006. They made very, very few of them. This is a car on my list of collector cars to get. We're gonna be covering cars next week, like collector cars as a whole for next week's topic. The first car that I'm gonna be selling with UCar Connect or through UCar Connect is going to be the Z4M. So check that out next week. There's gonna be a TikTok. And so I bought a car from these guys. I bought a manual Audi. First manual I've ever had. It's supercharged. It's ungodly fast. So I bought that this week, which, oh my God, it is so much better not biking everywhere. Oh my God. I'm really excited about this. I hope it goes well. I'd like to keep this up because I have wanted to get into cars for a long time. Other announcements, I have reduced the cost of my books. You guys, they're just $8. That's basically me breaking even on them. I just want people to read them. I see the comment, why don't you write a book about being pawn man? Because I've written 4 books and nobody reads them, and they've taken thousands and thousands of hours of my time. So if you guys want me to write a book about being pawn man, get these ones first. Also, you guys, check out the website. It's going really well. We're doing a lot of sales on there, and it's making my life so much easier. We now have jewelry on there. I'm gonna be trying to add more and more stuff. I mainly just like, Seems like most of the sales are like currency, rare coins, and bullion, but there's like, you guys, there's a lot of stuff on there, and I'm trying to get, I'd like to completely get away from eBay. I don't know if that'll be possible, but we're gonna be putting more and more jewelry on there for women. So check out the Shopify store. It's pawnmanstore.com. We have a lot of flash sales that we've been doing. I'll do a 24-hour promotion, like, 15% off. So watch for that. As far as haggling on there goes, don't do that. I'm not, this is not a thing. Whatnot, you guys, also going well. Please, 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 if you're not on Whatnot, download it using my code or local coin companies. We get money for referring you. We're doing 1 to 2 shows a week, some weeks 3. This past week we did 4. And then finally, you guys, I am looking for monthly sponsors instead of weekly, because it is so much easier. I'm so happy local coin company bought the sponsorship. I gave them like a really, really great price. So if you want to buy the month of June, July, August, or any month, please let me know. You get all the YouTube videos for the month. So you get 2 episodes of Pawn Man, 2 Between the Pawns, 1 or 2 Pawn Hub, a Pawn Chat. You get a TikTok to my 1.2 million followers. I'll say this video brought to you by. You get an Instagram, like you get all my social media. This is reach to literally millions of people. Just inquire if you guys are interested. This would make my life so much easier. It's a very reasonable rate for the amount of eyes that you're gonna be getting. And people who buy my sponsorships, you guys have noticed that I seem to get the same sponsors. They say it's worth it. So it's not just going straight into my pocket. I do my damnedest to try and advertise on your behalf to get you your money's worth. Let me know if you wanna buy out the months of June, July, August, or beyond. And then finally, this is where my luck officially turned around. I have a Stalker update. Unfortunately, I can't tell you guys much because now it is literally a police matter. Well, you know what? For all intents and purposes, they did it on purpose because they're crazy. Here's what sucks. I found out that this whack job is paying a lawyer to try and undo this. The only reason they want to do this is to get back in my life to fuck with me, because they're crazy. Luckily, they made such a massive mistake in the past 2 weeks. Well, again, I don't want to say too much here. And with that, you guys, let's get into the questions. All right, question 1 coming in from Kyle Liu. Kyle says, Evan, good content as always. Thank you, Kyle. Quick question for the next Between the Pawn. What are your thoughts on purchasing coins from the US Mint's website? I don't do it. And I don't do it because I have camped out to get coins when they release, and I have never gotten them. It has been nothing but a waste of time. There are people that camp out and they get the coins as soon as they come out on the Mint website, because the Mint usually, when they put out coins, they usually sell out in a few minutes. They'll buy the coins and then they'll call shops like mine and they'll flip them. Now, I don't do that game. I actually get pretty annoyed when people try and cash in like that. Getting coins from the US Mint's website is definitely a money-making opportunity. If you can get your hands on rare coins when they come out, these limited edition coins that are highly sought after. Example, the 75 year after World War II commemorative that came out recently in the last year or 2. That sold out instantly, and it was going for 3, 4, 5 times what it was going for on the Mint website, later that day on eBay and stuff. They make great coins. You can make money. It's not a waste. Where it is a waste, if you're buying proof sets and mint sets from the website, those generally don't go up in value. You want to get the rare limited edition coins. Get ones that are made from precious metal. The ones that go up in value, they're made from precious metal. The other ones that are clad, generally, they don't rise as much as the precious metal ones. So that would be my advice. If you keep something long enough, odds are, as long as you keep it in the package, it'll probably be worth what you paid, if not more. All right, question 2 coming in from Zero says, Dragon Ball Z fan. I mean, come on, how many Dragon Ball Z stickers do I have? I got Trunks, Goku vs. Frieza, the Majin symbol, which is, I am literally Majin Jew. Vegeta over here, which you can't see as well. I got another Vegeta up here. I have a lot of Dragon Ball Z shit up here. So yeah, I grew up on Dragon Ball Z. I've seen, I got into it through Toonami. You guys want to hear a great Dragon Ball Z joke? How many Dragon Ball Z characters does it take to screw in a light bulb? Just 1, but it takes 12 episodes to do it. Do you own, and what's my favorite item or collectible I have from the series? So actually, I don't have many collectibles. I have, and it's not even an officially licensed item. I bought it I bought it on Etsy. I have a Goku costume, which I've worn on camera here. I don't really have any of the collectibles. It's the damnedest thing. That's funny that you would say that. I have a pretty mega VHS collection. All right, question 3. Coming in from, bottle of formaldehyde, butt chucking. Spank that bare bottom raw, stuff it with some man meat and chow. Take a monster gal. What's your favorite TV, movie, franchise? Honestly, John Wick is up there. It has completely changed the definition of, you working? Seriously, I hear that, are you working? I always say to Kitty, my cat, when I'm leaving, say, daddy's working. So honestly, probably John Wick, just because it is such an underdog, fucking out of nowhere, like, success story franchise. Like, Keanu Reeves is the fucking man. Not only is he apparently a great person and, like, all-around gentleman, but these movies are so fucking badass. Because, like, if you, and I might have said this in a recent video, if you were to ask somebody 5 years ago, 6 years ago, what's Keanu Reeves to be remembered for, you'd say Neo. And now you'd say John Wick. Question 4, coming in from Rob H678. Says, if you could own anything from history, what would you get? Something that's lost from history, some kind of a lost treasure. Well, fuck, I'd like to own the Amber Room, but that's because it's worth probably $1 trillion. Maybe the Spear of Destiny, but I don't even know if that exists. It's the spear that stabbed Jesus. Again, just mainly because of the dollar amount. As far as like the cool factor, I want the gun that killed Lincoln. Why? No reason. Like, I don't have any kind of a motivation or reason. I just think it'd be a fun item to own. God, I'm thinking of, like, if I was some kind of like a fucked up ruler, I would do high profile executions with famous weapons that have killed other famous people. Like, okay, we're gonna kill you. You know, you get the death penalty. We're using the gun that killed Lincoln, and we're gonna shoot you in the neck. All right, question 6 coming in from Braden Bailey. Braden says, does the bad stuff that happens make you love the job more in a weird way? Yeah. So I'm kind of gnarly. I'm into weird shit. I like dangerous situations. I like crazy shit that happens to me. I love having stories and walking away from, you know, wild situations. My experience in New Orleans really made me think twice about all that, but even still, like, in another life, I would love to have been like a war correspondent. Like, when I was an Uber driver, the crazy shit that would happen to me, I was into it. I loved it. I lived for it. I mean, I hated it too. I think it was more just the fact that I was so poor and frustrated with my life and like nothing was working out for me and just like, it was like a bad place. So that was like a negative thing festering in my head, and that would kind of dampen my mindset quite a lot when I was an Uber driver. But like when weird shit would happen, I was always in the mood for it. My favorite story as an Uber driver was the story Lil PC, where I played Yes Man to this. Oh, it was quite a night. I played Yes Man. I said yes to everything this guy wanted. The ride started at midnight, and I gave up at like 5:30 as the sun was coming up after multiple hookers picking up crack, secondhand crack smoke, watching them get fucked in my car a few times. Wild story, just wild. You know, people would invite me in after the ride, and I made it a rule I had to say yes. And then I stopped doing that when I got a gun pointed at me. So when weird shit happens, like crazy shit happens in here, it's great content. It's what makes the wheels go round. And that is the point I try to drive home here with educating people about social media, how you can use it for business. It has made me a Hydra. Every time something bad happens to me, I can make content about that, which can translate into new customers, which translates into money. But no, it makes it so I can always make content. I can always be growing from it, doing something positive with it. Lemons to lemonade. So the answer is yes to your question. Absolutely. And then final question coming in from Philip Peters says, have you ever considered selling Spend the Day with Pawn Man? Someone sit off to the side, watch you're doing behind the scenes. Might be an idea. Bring the stalkers out. I'm good. So actually, it's funny you'd say that. The first episode of Pawn Man was conceived as a one-off video, a day in the life of, because I was making YouTube content. So it's like, well, fucking, I do a really interesting thing. I'll bring a camera with me and I'll make a video and see what happens. And the demand from the intrigue is why I create a Pawn Man, just that one video. All right, but if you guys like that, once again, I want to thank my sponsor, Local Coin Company. Be sure you follow them on social media and check out their Whatnot auctions. Check out mine as well. There is a link in the video description. And if you guys don't have Whatnot, download it using my code or Ian's. Doesn't matter whose code you use. You get 15 for downloading it through us, and we get 25 just for referring you. If you guys like this video, be sure you give it a thumbs up. Again, you guys, my books are only $8, so check out pawnmanstore.com. I'm also selling signed copies too. If you guys have questions, please put it in the comment section below so I can answer it in the next Between the Pawn. Spread the gospel of Pawn Man. You guys share my videos on social media, especially the ones here on YouTube. This is the only social media site that pays creators fairly. I don't make shit elsewhere. So I know how many of you guys are watching me on Facebook. Just know that like that doesn't help me. I don't make any money on Facebook. I make very little money on TikTok. This is where I need to grow. So share these videos, spread the word. Holler at me if you want to be a sponsor or supporter or anything else. And I will see you guys back here for another great Between the Pawn. Later, guys.